Just a quick video with an update on some of the excavation. Now you might recognise from earlier videos that little piece of brown that I saw when putting up the drain pipe for the bath. It's now been exposed for what it is. This is a root, and it's actually a live and very healthy root. Just trying to get this to go frame by frame. So it actually runs all the way across the bathroom. Now the interesting thing about here is a surprise every day here is look at these offshoots. They're actually growing from left to right. They're coming out there and there. There were a couple of others that got lost in the excavation process. So the indication is that that root doesn't originate from the right. And this is the living room wall here, which is 3 meters to the outside. But on this side, this is the wall into the hallway, which is just over 1 meter wide, and then through bedrooms to the outside, another 3 meters. So this root is long established, and it's growing from the front of the house. And I've tried for ages to get people to stop planting plants directly next to the house. So if anything, this is a good reason why you shouldn't do that. Now there's another issue, another surprise, apart from this root. I'll remove it now that it's on video. And there you can see the orientation of growth. So it's growing from the hallway. Now the other surprise is the partition wall to the studio kitchen. Now I haven't excavated all the way to that brick face there. And the reason quite simply is this partition wall, and the quality of the mortar is bad enough, but underneath it, that's the original tile. You can see that this is just sand. And that sand is only a couple of centimeters down from the tile surface. And there's no footing or any sort of foundation for that wall. So if I excavate right to the edge of this wall, I'm going to have real trouble with the support. Now, although you see it in another shot, you'll actually see that the mortar line here has separated from the original tile there as well. Now, this again is a corner from, I think this is where the old bedroom door was. So this has been bricked up, and that again is directly set onto the tile with no footing. So there's no support underneath the tile. So the tile adhesive, maybe 1.5 centimeters, and then this is basically, it's just all builder's sand and rubble. And there you can more clearly see that the mortar line between the two has cracked along almost the entire length of the wall. Now this is going to pose something of a problem. I need really to lay a new subfloor the full width and length of the bathroom. And I need to think more about this, but I think what I'll have to do is I'll have to dig out maybe 60 centimeters, maybe 70 centimeters each side. So just go back to where we can see the full extent, although it's upside down there. Right, I may, this is the hallway wall, this is the studio kitchen wall, upside down. I may have to dig out 60 centimeters on this side and the other side, and I'm going to have to remove this layer of bricks at least, this row, and the same on the other side. Let's deal with that one. Return to that in a moment. This is the cable, the underfloor cable that supplied the studio kitchen, so that's just more exposed. Again, they're just dead. I taped and cut both ends of it into the wall. So upside down is not much good. Okay, here I think what I'm going to have to do is up to the third course there, I'm going to have to remove about 60 centimeters on either end so I can actually put the new subfloor in actually underneath this partition wall at either side. And once it's set, then I want to build a new brick pier, 3 courses, but leave enough room for a lintel across the top of the new courses to stretch the width of the wall, and then I can mortar that lintel into the courses above it, and then I can remove the rest of the bricks at ground level and extend the new subfloor underneath the entire brick wall. Now, I don't really care about leaving a gap because there's going to be a metal profile with drywall on this side and insulation, and ultimately the studio kitchen will probably be done. So if a lintel like that works, I'm probably just going to leave it as a gap until such time as one tackles the studio kitchen. So that's the surprises for today, and tomorrow one just carries on. So that's the rest of the floor to take up, and it's about 2 hours work for 2 lengths of tile, so I reckon it might be a couple more days before I can finish taking up the rest of it, and we'll just have to see how that goes.